the top of this hour, we're getting some breaking news. This is regarding the India versus Pakistan match of World Championship of Legends, which has now been called off. Indian legends refused to play against Pakistan, after which the World Championship League issued a statement on the match being called off. And it stated that it unintentionally caused discomfort and also apologized for hurting the sentiment. So the World Championship of Legends has now issued the statement on the India versus Pakistan match being called off after Indian legends refused to play against Pakistan. And the World Championship of Legends issued the statement saying that they unintentionally caused discomfort to a lot of people and that they apologize for hurting the sentiments. So my colleague Nitin Srivastava is now joining us with more details on this. Nitin, help us understand what exactly led. All right, we're now being joined by Shiv Sena UBT MP Priyanka Chaturvedi on the broadcast. Ms. Chaturvedi, a very good morning to you. So India versus Pakistan match of the World Championship of Legends has been called off. This comes months after Operation Sindoor. Apparently, the Indian legends refused to play against Pakistan. Your views on this?
No, I'm sorry, it wasn't the Indian legends who refused to play against Pakistan. It was only after immense pressure that came from Indians back home. With the likes of even me talking about no matches while we are talking about Operation Sindoor and post-Pahalgam terror attack, and playing with the very Pakistan players who were abusing my nation at a time when we were in conflict. So playing a match and agreeing to even that match and promoting the match was something that they had agreed to. It was only called off after there was pressure built on them. And I can assure you of one more thing. The upcoming Asia Cup that the BCCI and ICC keep talking about, we will protest this vehemently because there can be no talk when there are terror operations that continue to happen in my nation.
Ms. Chaturvedi, do you agree that sports and terror can also not go hand in hand? The terror needs to stop in order for the sports between the two nations to continue.
Absolutely. Operation Sindoor, what was Operation Sindoor? What was this delegation that we undertook where Prime Minister had sent 7 delegations? I was a part of it to Europe, where we said there can be no talk when there is terror activities emanating from Pakistan. Those very defenders of terrorism, that is the Pakistani players, so-called legends of Pakistan, were at the forefront of abusing my at the time when we were in conflict. So absolutely, till Pakistan doesn't show its intent to address the terrorism emanating from its nation, we will continue to fight them, whether it is to bring them in the FATF grey listing, whether it is about the aid that IMF gives them, whether it is the aid that World Bank gives them, or whether they're trying to earn revenue through these cricket matches.
Ms. Chaturvedi, also as you mentioned that it was the pressure from the people back home that led to calling off the match between India and Pakistan in this league. Even if we consider that fact, how does this refusal to play by the sportsmen show the spirit of the sportsmen?
No, what spirit are you talking about? Are they living in a cooperative spirit with their neighborhood? What cooperation and what spirit are we talking about of sportsmen? At a time when our nation has been facing the brunt of terrorism, there can be no spirit till the time there's no addressal of terrorism. So whether these sportsmen have called it off due to pressure or for whatever reason this WCL has been called off, but the clear message is very clear that we will continue. Indians will stand united against any intent to try and normalize relations with a nation which has sponsored terrorism on our land.
All right, Ms. Priyanka Chaturvedi, thank you for joining us on the broadcast and for your views on this. So that's the breaking news that's coming in at this hour, that India versus Pakistan World Championship of Legends has been called off. The Indian legends refused to play against Pakistan, and now the World Championship of Legends has in fact also issued a statement on the match being called off, saying that they unintentionally caused discomfort to a lot of people, and they have also apologized for hurting the sentiments. So the India versus Pakistan World Championship of Legends 2025 game that was scheduled for 20th July, that is today, at the Edgbaston Cricket Ground in Birmingham has been called off by the organisers. And in a statement released late Saturday night, the WCL said that by organising the match, they may have ended up hurting the feelings of many and stirring emotions and they have apologized for hurting the sentiments. So the match was scheduled for today. It was the India versus Pakistan World Championship of Legends 2025 game that was scheduled for today at the Edgbaston Cricket Ground in Birmingham. But that has now been called off by the organisers. In fact, the organisers have even apologised for hurting the sentiments. They have claimed that they unintentionally caused discomfort to a lot of people.